We have House Prosecution Panel member Congressman Arnan Panaligan on the line. Sir, magandang hapon and welcome to Storycon.
Magandang hapon, Congressman.
Yes, yes. Magandang hapon sa iyo kay Ed.
Good
At sa
afternoon,
kasama
sir.
mo, kay
Si Red tsaka si Ronald.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Magandang hapon.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. Sir, makikibalita muna kami sa inyo sa prosecution side ng House kasi parang nasa limbo ngayon lahat dahil, well, the last we heard, di ba? So, binalik ng Senado, ng Senate Impeachment Court sa House yung articles. Tapos the House decided to defer acceptance of the articles.
Yes.
So yung bola patalon-talon.
Nasaan ba ngayon?
Sinong hintaya?
Sabi kasi ni Chief Justice Puno, dapat ay huwag tanggapin ng House itong remand. Kundi papasok sila sa framework ng Senado. Ganun din ba ang framework ng House? O pinag-aaralan pa? Or tatanggapin?
Well, pinag-aaralan namin yan. Pero we agree with you na nasa limbo. Nakabitin lahat eh. Pero as far as we are concerned, ay sumunod kami sa Constitution, sumunod kami sa other procedure, yung complaint ay permado or endorsed ng sapat ng required na one-third ang ito ay napadala sa Constitution. Kapag pag one-third ang nakaperma, ay ito ay diretso sa Senate for trial, for to it, more than one-third pa nga. Nasa Senado, ang 5 na endorse. Ngayon, June 11, last day ito ng session ng 19th Congress, merong order ng ang Senate as an impeachment court na i-remand sa House yung articles. Isang bagay na wala naman sa Konstitusyon at wala rin sa impeachment rules, past and present ng Senate. Kaya kami ngayon nagtataka rin. At better nga, pinag-aralan ng ating panel, the prosecution panel. But we are not accepting as of now, yung aming stand. Dahil sa aming pananaw ay ito ay tumunod kami sa tamang procedure at tamang proseso.
Pero Congressman, gumawa kayo ng resolusyon para sabihin na constitutional yung ginawa niyong impeachment.
2346.
Yeah, what was that for? What was that for? Sagot
Well,
ba yun
yung
sa Senado o para sa inyo lang?
If you remember, ang order ng Senate sa Impeachment Court noong June 11 ay hinihingan kami ng certification
Opo.
na compliant kami sa Constitution. Ginawa naman yan ng House. Isa sa mga resolutions ito na final ng isa sa mga resolutions na ipinasa ng Kamara nung bago mag-adjourn. Yung June 11, yung nga yung certification na nagko-comply sa Constitution. Yung isang requirement, isang hinihingi nila na yung willingness ng 19th Congress na ipagpatuloy sa 20th Congress, isang bagay yun na hindi rin namin maintindihan. Dahil obviously, yung 19th Congress naman cannot bind the 20th Congress. Kasi yung 19th Congress will be bowing out of existence sa June 30.
Opo.
At yun namang 20th Congress, ang first session ay after pa ng SONA or sa SONA mismo, July 28. So, obviously, hindi naman pwedeng i-bind ng 19th Congress yung 20th Congress. So, parang malabo, malabo yung order na yon ng impeachment court. And hindi pa namin nakaklarify yan sa kanila.
Pero sir, I suppose you're going to be a part of the 20th Congress, di ba? Am I right? Were you elected for another term?
Yes.
Yes,
I
sir.
will be part of the 20th Congress.
From your perspective, sir, do you think that the 20th Congress will give that certification or that ratification as that's the word that they're using, ratified daw ng 20th Congress? Do you think that your colleagues in the 20th Congress will do that? Will you have the numbers?
Well, I cannot speak for the entire membership ng 20th Congress, Kasi nga, as of now, hindi pa naman existing ang 20th Congress. And remember na ang Kamara, as a deliberative body, we cannot act alone, We will have to act as a body or as an assembly. So, titingnan natin kung ano ang magiging decision dyan ng 20th Congress. Pero, again, gusto kong tingnan yung puntong yun na na-file namin ang articles permado ito ng sapat na bilang, nakarating sa Senado, nag-transmit sa Senado on time. So para sa amin, wala sa amin ang pagkukulang. Ano? As far as we're concerned, kami ay nag-comply sa rules. Hindi naman namin dapat paturayan pa yun na kami nag-comply nga sa rules. Ano? We did according to rules. Ano?
Actually, sir, I'm actually wondering theoretically lang hypothetically, in the event lang that the 20th Congress says na hindi na kami interesado diyan, what happens to the impeachment that passed through the 19th Congress?
In relation sa tanong ni Ed, Congressman, ay tinanggap nyo kanina na in limbo itong impeachment. Primarily dahil dito sa ginawa ng Senate to remand. Pero whoever is at fault, di ba itong limbo na ito may lead to a constitutional crisis? Na mismo yung spokesperson ng Senate ay inamin. No? Pwede ba itong pumunta sa isang constitutional crisis na lahat tayo ay pwedeng tamaan?
Well, yun ang ating ayaw mangyari. Ano? Hindi natin gusto mangyari yun. Hindi po natin gustong humantong sa bagay na yun. Kaya nga sana ito ay maging maayos at tumakbo ang usapin ito in accordance with the Constitution, in accordance with the rules ng Senado sa impeachment. Ano? Ayaw natin mangyari sa puntong yun. What I can say as of now is that as far as the House is concerned, sinunod namin ang nakatakda sa konstitusyon, sa ligang batas. Wala sa amin ang pagkakamali, pagkukulang. So nasa Senate na yan. Ang pora nasa Senate, sana wag namang i-dribble pabalik sa amin. Dahil hindi naman tama yun. Ano? I think the Senate should fulfill its constitutional mandate, no? To hear the case, try the case, ano? Decide the case one way or another. Halip na pa-dribble-dribble.
Sir, can I have you comment on the legal defense team ni Vice President Sara Duterte? It's been described as a powerhouse legal team. This is the Fortune, Narvasa, and Salazar, and of course they've handled a lot of high-profile cases din po. Is that something that the panel has talked about? Does that worry you at all?
Yes, malabo, no? Yung pagkuha niya ng counsel, well, karapatan niya. Karapatan niya yun bilang isang respondent na kumuha ng counsel of her choice, ano? So, constitutional right na yun. I respect that. And kung handa yung kanyang defense, handa rin naman ang prosecution side.
Nag-meeting pa po kayo, sir, no? Nagre-regular meetings even before the end of the 19th Congress on the impeachment case?
Yes, ano, mula nung nag-recess ang Congress nung February 5, even nung kampanyahan regular noon ang preparation ng meeting, ano?
Okay.
Not only the public prosecutors, but even the panel of private prosecutors, private lawyers who are assisting us. They are doing the research. They are conducting ibang mga studies pa, the researches to assist the public prosecutors. So tuloy-tuloy yan. Medyo natigil lang yung meeting noong mismong siguro mga 3 weeks before the election, ano? For understandable reasons. Pero I believe na maayos naman ang preparasyon ng prosecution.
How are you dividing the articles of impeachment, sir?
Please come again. Medyo nag-feel pa kasi.
How are you dividing the articles of impeachment? May 7 articles of impeachment po. Ano po yun? Nag-assign kayo ng responsible prosecutors or you're tackling it as a whole?
Hindi as a whole. Pero meron mga assigned na prosecutors, public and private prosecutors sa bawat article, ano? Mahirap pa kasi, mas mahirap kasi kung hawak mo lahat, ano, yung 7 yan, ano?
Saan po kayo assigned?
Siguro sa familiarity, doon sa sedition, ano? Sa sedition. Hindi ko naman recall kung anong article yun, ano? Pero sa sedition tayo na-assign.
Ano yun? Sa destabilization, inciting to sedition, correct?
Yes. Oo.
Okay.
Kasi nga, yung ibang prosecutors, mas familiar sila doon sa ibang ibang articles na because they participated in the hearing sa House, if you remember, no? Merong mga naging hearing yan sa Quadcom, sa Committee on Good Government. So may mga prosecutors talaga na familiar na, no? Sa mga articles na yun, no? Kung basta ko rin, na master na nila. Alam na nila, they already possess a voluminous knowledge, ano? Encyclopedic knowledge sa mga issues concerned sa mga articles na yun.
Ang huling tanong, Congressman, wala ba kayong balak as a House or as prosecutors na questionin yung pagiging bias ng ilang senador after nila mag-take ng oath as judges ng impeachment trial court? Nung pumunta sila sa Kuala Lumpur at in-endorse pa yung kandidatura nung akusado sa impeachment at yung isang senador ay pinropose pa na maging vice president. Now, ibig sabihin, clearly, merong na-violate mismo sa rules ng Senate. Wala ba kayong balak na erase yan?
Well, yung bagay na yan ay pag-aaralan ng buong panel, ano? I cannot speak for the entire panel. Maaari may ground, pero yan ay isang preemptive decision ng Presidential Panel. What I can say is that we appeal for fairness, ano? We expect that the Senate will act with partiality, ano? Sabi nga, yung laging phrase na ginagamit, you expect yung cold neutrality of an impartial judge. At yan naman talagang dapat asahan sa mga huwes, ano? At kung meron mang makita ang isang panel, whether prosecution yan or defense, na merong hukom, juror, na merong bias, manifest bias, may remedyo siya. May remedyo siya na pwedeng gawin para ma-question ang impartiality ng particular judge na yon. So, we will see. Pag-aaral namin ang bagay na yan. Siyempre, we should have a clear basis, ano, or grounds to support whatever motion that we will file regarding that matter. Kasi isa-cite mo yan yung mga reasons mo kung bakit ka nagpapa-move for inhibition, ano? You have to cite that, yung instances. So, I cannot disclose naman lahat ng aming mga moves, ano? Pero, babantayan natin yan, yung bagay na yan. That's what I can say.
Okay, maraming salamat po for joining us this afternoon. House Prosecution Panel Member Congressman Arnan Panaligan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Salamat,
Congressman.
Kong.
Maraming salamat.